The Story King, where every tale reigns supreme. The blizzard didn't roar that night, it screamed. Snow whipped like claws across Elara's skin as she staggered through the frozen wilderness, each step sinking into drifts that threatened to swallow her whole. Her muscles were on fire, her lungs shredding with every breath. Over her shoulder hung a wolf, massive, black-furred, bleeding from a wound near his shoulder. His weight alone could crush her if she stumbled. His breath was shallow, faint, poisoned. She had no fated mate, no pack, no wolf form, just the mark of a lone omega, destined to obey or be discarded. Yet here she was, carrying a dying alpha through a blizzard like a fool. Or like someone who refused to leave another to die alone. "Don't you dare die," she growled through chattering teeth. "I didn't drag you 6 miles for you to give up now." A low rumble vibrated weakly from his chest, half growl, half breath. Oh, he was furious. Even unconscious, he radiated a dark, terrifying power. Elara didn't know his name. She only knew the bounty hunters who had been tracking him through the mountains whispered one thing. The Alpha King of Blood Moon. A monster among monsters. A ruler feared even by alphas. And she had touched him. Saved him. Carried him. If he lived, he'd rip her in half for the disrespect. But she didn't stop. Chapter 1, The Forbidden Shelter. A flicker of firelight appeared ahead, an abandoned hunter's cabin. Elara forced her legs to move faster. She kicked the stuck door open and collapsed inside with the wolf crashing to the floor beside her. Her arms trembled violently, her back screaming in agony, but she scrambled to seal the door against the wind. Then she turned, and froze. The wolf was shifting, bones cracked, fur receded, limbs lengthened. A man, bleeding and entirely naked, now lay where the beast had been. His body battered yet powerful, muscles defined like carved iron. His hair black as obsidian, skin bronzed despite the winter. But it was his aura that made her heart seize. Alpha, too dominant, too ancient, too lethal. She covered her eyes with her arm, heat blazing across her cheeks. "You didn't see anything," she whispered to no one. A deep growl thundered behind her. "You dare command me, Omega?" Elara's blood iced. She turned slowly. His eyes were open, deep crimson, glowing like rage itself. He tried to rise, but pain wrenched him back to the floor. She should run. She should scream. Instead, she rushed to him. "Don't move. You're poisoned." His giant hand clamped around her throat, not squeezing, just claiming. "You should have left me to die in the snow," he snarled. Her heart pounded, but she held his gaze. "That's not who I am." His grip loosened slowly, reluctantly. "Who?" he rasped. "Are you?" "Elara." She swallowed hard. "A lone Omega." His jaw flexed, eyes narrowing. "And you carried me. I didn't think you'd want to be eaten by crows." A sharp, dangerous smirk tugged his lips. "You're brave," he said. "Or unbearably stupid. Probably both." Chapter 2, Poison and Proximity. She grabbed herbs from her pouch, what little she'd scavenged from the mountains. "This will burn," she warned. "I am not afraid of pain," he growled. "You should be afraid of dying." Something flickered in his eyes, curiosity, amusement. No alpha tolerated backtalk from an omega, yet he did. She pressed the herbal paste into the wound. He hissed sharply, muscles locking, hand fisting in her hair. "Careful," he snarled. "You can kill me after," she shot back, "but if I mess this up, you'll die before you get the chance." Their faces were inches apart. His breath was hot against her skin. His eyes scanned her, throat, lips, trembling pulse. She felt like prey. He made her feel like prey. "Your scent," he murmured. "No wolf, but power." She pulled away quickly. "Rest." He didn't rest. He watched her, studied her like a puzzle he intended to tear apart, and then claim. Hours later, his breathing steadied. The poison was losing its grip. Elara let exhaustion crash through her, curling in the farthest corner. Darkness welcomed her. Chapter 3, The Monster Wakes. She woke to heat, not from the fire, From the man wrapped around her, one arm locked around her waist, his massive body curled around hers protectively like a shield against the cold. Her breath caught, his nose brushed her neck, inhaling deeply. "You didn't run," he murmured, voice still rough with sleep. "Good. I couldn't leave you," she whispered. "That makes you mine." Her heartbeat stumbled. "What?" His grip tightened, possessive and primal. "You save a king's life." His lips brushed her shoulder. "You belong to him." Elara shivered, not from fear. But the door exploded inward. Snow blasted through the cabin, and with it, 3 hunters. "There he is." The lead spat. The monster. Everything happened in a blur. The Alpha King was already moving, naked, unhealed, but unstoppable. A snarl like thunder shook the walls. He tore through them with brutal grace, bones crunching, blood splattering the snow-covered floor. When silence fell, 3 bodies lay dead. Elara stared, her pulse racing, her body trembling. He turned to her, breath heavy, eyes glowing feral red. He looked like death, he looked like a god, and he looked at her like she was his only reason to stay alive. He stalked toward her slowly, predatory. "Kneel," he commanded softly. What?" His voice dropped to a deadly whisper. "You carried your king. You tended his wounds. You stayed. You were mine." Her knees gave way, whether from fear or instinct, she didn't know. He cupped her face, thumb brushing her lower lip, gaze fierce. "What is your name?" he asked again, like it mattered now. "Elara," she breathed. "Elara," he repeated, tasting the sound like a vow. "I am King Rydan of Blood Moon." That name alone turned her bones to dust. The monster king. The empire of wolves feared him. Yet he cradled her like she was something precious. "You will come with me," he said. "To my kingdom." Elara flinched. "I can't. Lone Omegas aren't allowed." "You are not a lone Omega anymore." His voice rolled like thunder. "You are the woman who carried a king through a storm. You are the one who smelled like moonlight and defied death for me." His hand slid to the back of her neck, warm, possessive. "You will be my Luna." Her eyes widened. That can't be. "It is already decided." He leaned closer, forehead touching hers. "You saved my life. Now I will ruin yours if you try to leave me." Elara's breath shook. His words should terrify her. But a dangerous warmth flooded her chest. She didn't know if she wanted to run away, or run straight into him. Chapter 4, The Bond of Winter. They left the cabin as the blizzard eased, pale dawn stretching across the mountains. Rydan walked despite his wounds, keeping Elara close under his arm, shielding her from wind, snow, and even the shadows. Every time she stumbled, his hand steadied her. Every time the cold bit her skin, he pulled her closer. "You are freezing," he muttered. "You're the one who was poisoned," she argued. "And you are the one who matters." She stopped breathing. Alphas didn't say things like that. Especially not King Alphas. He noticed her silence and smirked darkly. "Do not think too much about it. I protect what is mine. What if I don't want to be yours?" His gaze sharpened. "Danger, hunger, challenge. You already are," he said. "Your heart decided before your lips did." Elara opened her mouth to protest. But a distant howl cut her off. His warriors were near. Relief flashed in Rydan's eyes. Then, his legs buckled. Elara caught his weight, again. "No," she gasped. "Not now." He gripped her chin, forcing her eyes into his. "If I lose consciousness again, listen." Her pulse thundered. "You will tell my pack you are under my protection. You will speak my name, Rydan Blackthorn. You will tell them I claimed you as Luna." Her voice trembled. "They'll never believe that." "They will," he growled, "when they smell me all over you." Heat rose violently in her face. Then, his hand slackened. His eyes slid shut. He collapsed, dead weight. Elara screamed his name as shadowed figures emerged through the snow. Wolves, big, armed, warriors of the Blood Moon pack, surrounding her, snarling. "He's down," one shouted. "The king, he's been poisoned." Another's eyes slid toward her. "Who is she?" Elara's throat dried. This was it. If she got this wrong, she would die. Her voice cracked as she forced the words out. I carried him. I saved him. He claimed me as Luna. Silence fell like a blade. The nearest warrior's expression shifted from suspicion to horror. He dropped to one knee. Luna, he rasped. One by one, the others followed. Kneeling, bowing, submitting. Elara's heart pounded so loud she barely heard her own breath. Snow swirled around them, wind howling like an omen. She looked down at the unconscious king, her king, and fear and warmth collided inside her. What had she gotten herself into? To be continued. Fire. Will Elara survive the deadly politics of Blood Moon Pack? Fire. What happens when the Alpha King wakes up? Fire. Is her destiny salvation, or destruction? The Story King, where every tale reigns supreme. Subscribe for part 2.